Have you ever wondered what the world's highest achievers really have in common? Well, for a lot of them, the secret is hiding in that first quiet hour of their day. Today, we're going to dive deep into mastering the 5 a.m. routine, and you're going to see how this one simple shift can totally change your path to success. I mean, think about that for a second. It's a pretty bold claim, isn't it? The idea that one single hour, reclaimed from the quiet of the early morning, could completely alter your entire life. But hey, that's the core promise of what people call the 5 a.m. club. So let's find out if it's just hype or if it's a genuine key to unlocking your potential. Okay, let me tell you about someone named Sarah. She was a super talented software developer, but she just felt stuck, constantly battling procrastination, that mental fog that just rolls in. So she committed to just 1 hour at 5 a.m. for some focused reading and journaling. And within a few months, her code was sharper, her projects were actually ahead of schedule, and she felt way more present at home. Her story isn't some rare exception, it's a really powerful preview of what's possible. And that story right there brings us to the promise of this whole habit. Because this isn't just about winning a fight with your alarm clock. It's about what you gain in that first golden hour of the day. The real measurable benefits that start to build on each other day after day. So what are we really talking about here? Well, first off, you get this incredible higher level of focus while your mind is still fresh and the world is quiet. You get this amazing mental clarity before the chaos of the day kicks in. Over time, you start building some serious emotional resilience. But maybe the most important thing, you carve out this sacred, uninterrupted window of time that is just for you and nobody else. Okay, so you're sold on the why, but what do you actually do with that time? You're up at 5 a.m. Now what? Well, that's what this next part is all about. We're moving from the theory to the how-to with a super clear, actionable blueprint for your morning. The framework we're going to use is called the Victory Hour. This is a term that was coined by leadership expert Robin Sharma. I mean, the name itself is pretty powerful, right? It totally reframes that first hour. It's not a chore anymore, it's your first win of the day. And here it is, the blueprint. It's a simple 4-step process. First up, 15 minutes of movement. We're talking light stretching, some yoga, just something to wake up your body and get that energy flowing. Step 2, 20 minutes of mindfulness. This could be meditation or even just quiet thought to center yourself. Third, 15 minutes of reflection. Grab a journal, write down what you're grateful for, set your intentions for the day. And finally, 10 minutes of visualization. Actually see yourself achieving your biggest goals. You see how each step just builds on the last? Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This all sounds great, maybe a little fluffy? Well, it turns out it's grounded in some absolutely fascinating science. So let's take a look at why this routine is so effective, from a biological and even a neurological point of view. So what's so cool about this is that the routine isn't about fighting your own biology. It's about getting in sync with it. When you wake up early, you're aligning your body with its natural circadian rhythm. Being in harmony with that morning light doesn't just make you feel more awake, it actually improves your sleep quality and helps regulate really important hormones. But there's more. Your brain is incredibly receptive in the early morning. It's a peak time for what's called neuroplasticity. That's basically its ability to form new connections. So when you do focused activities during your victory hour, you are literally rewiring your brain for better focus and more creativity for the rest of the day. And here's the motivational kicker. Simply by finishing your routine, your brain releases a shot of dopamine. That's the feel-good chemical. It creates this amazing positive feedback loop, and you get this huge feeling of accomplishment before most people have even hit the snooze button. Okay, let's be real for a second. Knowing all these benefits doesn't magically make it easy. We all know that struggle when the alarm goes off and the bed is just so warm. So let's get practical. Let's talk about how to overcome the most common hurdles to make this habit actually stick. So, how do we tackle these things strategically? Well, if just waking up is the big problem, don't try to jump straight to 5 a.m. That's a recipe for failure. Just adjust your alarm 15 minutes earlier each week. The biggest modern challenge, of course, is distraction. So you've got to make a hard rule. Your phone stays off, or better yet, in another room, until your routine is done. And for consistency, you have to treat this hour like a non-negotiable appointment with the most important person in your life, you.
And look, this isn't some new, niche productivity hack. It's a proven strategy that some of the world's most successful people use. Let's look at a couple of quick examples to see how this becomes way more than just a routine. It really becomes a lifestyle.
Take Oprah Winfrey, for example. She gives a ton of credit to her morning practice of meditation and reflection. She says it gives her the mental clarity and the centeredness she needs to handle her incredibly demanding life. I mean, think about it. That's literally the mindfulness and reflection part of the victory hour we just talked about. And then you've got someone like Richard Branson. He uses his 5 a.m. start for exercise and for strategic planning. That combination of getting his body moving and preparing his mind sets the entire tone for a day of innovation and leadership. See the pattern here? It's all about owning your morning.
So to make this habit stick for the long haul, just remember a few final things. A great morning always starts the night before, so you have to prioritize your sleep. It helps to find an accountability partner to keep you honest on those tough days. And remember to reward yourself. And finally, the routine that serves you today might need a little tweak in 6 months. Stay flexible. You know, this is something we go into even deeper on our Spotify podcast, how to really personalize this stuff and make it work for your life.
Ultimately, it all just boils down to this really powerful idea from Robin Sharma. This simple phrase says it all. Own your morning, elevate your life. Take control of that first hour, and you create the leverage to elevate every single other part of your life. It's that simple. So, the final question I have isn't for me. It's for you. Starting tomorrow, what will you do with that first hour? What goal are you going to chase? What skill are you going to build? What part of yourself are you going to develop? Your first victory hour is waiting for you.